had visited or could have possibly been, based upon information that we have spoken to different, perhaps witnesses or individuals. While out there doing the knock and talk, one of the locations we were at was his mother's house. While at the mother's house, the mother received a phone call from, I believe, the aunt, which later ended up being a call from the son. And while mother speaking with the son, mother turned the son on to one of my sergeants, who began to talk to him and convince Mr. Jones to turn himself in. Mr. Jones agreed to turn himself in. He provided the time and the location. He wanted to turn himself in as a peaceful turn in. They received the time and location to turn himself in. We relocated to that location and just stood by. Sergeant Hines continued constant contact with Mr. Jones, as well as his mother was in constant contact with Mr. Jones. And I may add that his mother was a huge resource in helping us apprehend him. Nobody wakes up in the morning wanting a bad outcome. And so utilizing the mother and my staff, trained and equipped to talk to individuals and knowing how to deal with individuals, was able to convince him to work with us and to turn himself into us, and that's what they did.
So he turned himself in at a hospital? Any particular reason why, or he just named the location for you?
I don't know the particular why. Maybe he felt that would probably be a safe location. Maybe it was an area that he was familiar with, but he decided that's where he wanted to turn himself in. It was a lit area. We were okay with it. It was near the hospital. Whatever it took to make him feel comfortable, but just to turn yourself in, we were going to comply with that.
How did you figure out that he was the one that fired the gun?
Well, as you know, this is still an investigation that is ongoing, and those details I cannot release at this time. But if once we complete the investigation, if we can release that information, we will do so at that time.
So you know he's your man, though?
We do know that. We feel strongly that he's our man.
Is there anything you can share with us that he said to you all? Any remorse? Anything?
I don't believe that he expressed any remorse right now, but we can tell based upon his impression or body language, if you will, that he's fear. He's feared for some sort of reason. I believe that's some of why he decided he wanted to turn himself in.
Had he expressed any threats to anyone? The female that was at the center of this? Anything?
To my knowledge, I'm not aware of anything that he's expressed.
His overall demeanor?
I have not saw him, so I couldn't tell you.
What else is important about this that we haven't asked that you'd like to add?
So what's important is that the staff, my staff that's behind me, worked hard on this case from the time that it happened up until this date. And as you know, there's less than 48 hours, no sleep, no rest, working hard. Anytime that we have victims in Rockdale County, our staff work hard. They always have worked hard in making this county safe. The one thing that we will not tolerate and don't like to tolerate is people becoming victims in this county, in this community. And this staff has proven that is not tolerated in Rockdale County. And so I'm actually proud of the work that they do each and every day for the citizens of Rockdale County. And so they know that that's basically a mission for this agency, and they worked hard on that mission today and tonight and yesterday, and we've accomplished what we need to accomplish, is to get someone off the street for committing a crime such as this.
Well,
Charges?
So the charges currently now is felony murder, aggravated assault, battery, and home invasion. And there could be possibly more charges. Again, this is an ongoing investigation, and we'll determine that at the conclusion of the investigation.
Was there anyone ever thought to be hiding him or just aiding him in any way?
We don't know yet.